Thank you for watching as I revise the textbook I wrote to teach homeschoolers world history. A Bible believer looks at world history. I'm looking at things, going over it again, and looking at things I'd like to add more to or change. So let's pick it up from the last time I did this. The Dictionary of the Ancient Near East reports that after the destruction by fire, the city of Jericho was not rebuilt for many centuries. Now Joshua 6:24 says, quote, "And they burnt the city with fire." As mentioned before, John Garstein's expedition of 1930 and 36 uncovered the burnt layer of the city. It has been destroyed and rebuilt many times throughout history and dated it to about 1400 BC, coinciding with the time of Joshua. However, the famous celebrity Kathleen Kenyon would come along in 1952 and insist the destruction occurred about 1550 BC, stating that there was no Jericho inhabited in Joshua's time. But detailed reports of her findings weren't published until 1981 after her death. It was discovered by the University of Toronto professor Bryant Wood that she'd made her decision based not on what she had found, but on what she hadn't found. Since a certain type of imported pottery that had been found in other cities wasn't present in Jericho, she claimed it wasn't inhabited at the time of Joshua. This represents the typical anti-biblical bigotry and narrow-mindedness of the celebrities of secular-oriented archaeology and history. She excavated in what would have been the poorest section of Jericho, where the affording of such a luxury would have been impossible anyway. The fact is that other, less famous, but equally qualified scholars have clearly refuted her work and her statements, and yet the common college or high school textbook will undoubtedly mimic her flawed results as if they were established fact, overlooking completely the work of others such as Garstang and Wood. This mindset is found in the teaching of evolution as well. As a parallel to help you understand what you're up against in defending God's Word, recently in Ohio, an effort has been made to permit the teaching of evolutionary theory as long as arguments against it, not religious, but scientific, from scientific peer-reviewed journals, were also presented to help the students think critically. This was not an effort by creationists to overthrow the government religion of evolution or to even introduce intelligent design, but merely to show that there are two sides to the question, even among agnostic scientists like Michael Denton. However, there were those who still tried to challenge the policy that would permit the religion of evolution to be challenged at all. The battle is always for your mind. Now back to Joshua, I've read that where there was found an inscription in Phoenician Canaanite found in southern Ireland that implied that the writer represented a colony of refugees from, quote, that robber Joshua. However, I've been unable to confirm its authenticity, so file it away somewhere as a maybe. So we'll talk about the cities of Palestine next and this continuing invasion, this conquest by the Israelites. So I hope that if you enjoy this, that you'll click like and subscribe or follow. Feel free to make comments if you disagree with what I've said. Just provide your citations. Thank you.